Kal halal la Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Waha, Raha Kwadash. All praises and glory go to you, Lord. Double honors and respect go up to our apostles, bishops, elders, and teachers, the men of Great Millstone. To you I say Shalom. Salutations to the hopeful elect. It's your brother Amraya, and we're about to watch a quick podcast by Rich Angel. And some of the things he's going to say in that podcast are the direction that we're heading in this NWO. This is to prepare you for what is coming and also to prepare you for other agendas that you may not understand or know about, such as UBI, Universal Basic Income, the whole depopulation agenda, all right? Words like useless eaters, okay? All of these are going to come into play when all the jobs are gone, okay? Now, before I play the clip for you, I have you at 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 20 is where we'll begin. It says, "So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it. So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it." All right, devices. Let's take a look at the video.
So the superintelligence is where things could get really nutty. And we're already starting, and that's where like the doomsday scenarios, Terminator ones kind of come out of that group. So what happens if, all drivers go away? Well, every self-driving car is 4 full-time jobs, and every humanoid robot in a factory is 5 jobs, maybe 6, because those jobs you can work for maybe 7 hours as a just physical limitation. As humans, we're driving, you can work a 12-hour shift. And those are going to be here, folks. And before 2030, you're going to see Amazon, which has massively invested in this, replace all factory workers and all drivers. The idea that when you order something from Amazon, a human would touch it at any point in that supply chain is insane. It will be 100%, robotic, which means all of those workers are going away. Every Amazon worker, all those jobs, UPS gone, FedEx gone. All of those are going to be gone, and those companies will be more profitable. And when you order something, it's going to come faster and cheaper and better. And your Uber will be half as much, but somebody needs to retrain these people. And that's actually a very valid fear that technologists will tell somebody like you, don't worry about it. There'll just be more jobs created. Yeah. The question is, what happens to those people who get caught in the gap, right? And when we had this happen in the Industrial Revolution, that happened over 40 years, 50 years. And, the agricultural revolution, again, that was multi-decades. This one will happen in a decade. And so it'll be very different. And yeah, you should be concerned.
All right. You should be concerned. All right. The direction that we're heading in is total control. All right. Total control under these Edomites, the so-called self-proclaimed white man. All right. In a last-ditch effort to maintain hegemony over the tribes and the entire world, for that matter. So they are the wicked that is spoken of in Job chapter 9 and verse 24, when it says that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And what the wicked have done is imagine wicked devices. And we'll grab that here in just a moment. But 2nd Ezra 9 and 20, again, it says, "So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril, trouble, chaos, because of the devices that were come into it. And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster, and a plant of a great people." And this is code for the elect of the nation of Israel. 1/3 remnant elect, all right, that the Lord have set apart for himself. Everyone else, they're stubble. Verse 21, "And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster and a plant of a great people. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. Right. All right. The Lord has embarked on perfecting the elect of the saints. All right. On this side. All right. And 2/3 will be cut off on this side, but they will return on the other side when Yahushua and his government is established in their right minds, of course. But on this side, this go around, this time around, they're not going to make it. This is Isaiah chapter 19, and I'll begin at verse 14. It says, Yahweh have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. And I liken this verse, though we already understand that America, Babylon the Great, under the rulership of Esau, Edom, the so-called self-proclaimed white man, does have a sexually perverse spirit running through the midst thereof. But I liken this verse onto their incompetence, okay? Incapability of running things properly, all right? All the foundations are out of course, and this man in his rulership staggers like a drunken man in his vomit, all right? With all loss of and control of motor functions, cognitive abilities. This is Esau, Edom's in their last ditch effort to maintain hegemony over the tribes, to try to overthrow prophecy that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob being the beginning of it that followeth. Okay. So at this point in his rulership, it's all falling apart. Apostle Tahar did a lesson the other day that said the E's are the new N's. You should look at that video. But the curses are coming off of Jacob and hopping on them as well. All right. As this man's economy is crashing, these devices that he has imagined is bringing peril into the world, because once all the jobs are gone, you're going to have a bunch of useless eaters, people good for nothing, consuming resources, but they add nothing to this man's kingdom. He's going to start to depopulate. And those that are left after that agenda will receive UBI, and they will be just as useless. Okay. Verse 15, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. In that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of Yahweh of hosts, which he shaketh over it. Right. All right. And the prophecy also says, verse 17, and the land of Judah, and Judah is a people before it is a place, so-called Negroes, shall be a terror unto Egypt. And America, Babylon the Great, is spiritual Egypt as well, because of the bondage of the children of Israel. It says, every one that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself, because of the counsel of Yahweh of hosts. Hosts means armies, which he have determined against it. Right. All right. There will be no work. All right. And that is coming very soon. We'll end out here in Psalms chapter 10, because these devices the devil has imagined against you, tribes, AI, robotics, all of it, let him be taken in those devices. This is Psalms 10 and 1. It says, why standest thou afar off, O Yahweh? Why hidest thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices they have imagined. Right. All right. This man boasteth and puffeth at his enemies. All right. He's using his technology to try to overthrow prophecy. to come down upon you having great wrath because he knows that he have but a short time to try to overthrow prophecy. So he's going to show his natural behind against you tribes. All right. They mobilized their military in several cities against you already. All right. Unleashed their government, deporting you. All right. And ultimately to depopulate you. All right. They've messed with your food, your water, your air, your medicine. All right. The whole time with an agenda to take you out. All these devices they have imagined. And remember, 2 Ezra 9 and 20. So I considered the world, and there was peril because of the devices that were come into it. All right. But the wicked, Esau, Edom, and his cohorts, let them be taken in the devices they have imagined. Okay. Verse 3. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom Yahweh abhorreth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai is not in all his thoughts. Why? Because the blessing and the birthrights went to Jacob, not to Esau. So they've done away with that whole portion. All right. They're trying to come out with their own. They're trying to write their own destiny. All right. But it's not going to happen. They will be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Everything they have done is just another tool or a portion of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai's arsenal to be used against them at a later date. But he will also use it against 2/3 of you wicked Israelites who refuse to come in order under this gospel, the true gospel. Okay. I hope you understand what's coming. All right. What's coming is all the jobs are going to go. The economy is going to crash, and you will be in prison without bars. Okay. Under technocracy. All right. The world, the direction that all of this is heading is that great prophecy in Revelations chapter 13 and verse 16. And if you haven't prepared yourself, if you haven't repented and turned back onto Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, you're going to get caught up in the thick of it. You better prepare, because what is coming is all out judgment from the Most High. All right. And the ones that are going to get caught up in this are the undesirables of the nation of Israel and the heathens as well. You have been warned. Repent or die. Shalom.